Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Fatman and Robyn podcast. My name is Marcus, represented as the Fatman.
I'm Robyn.
That's my point.
I'm Robyn trying to figure out what that was.
My point.
Oh, no, that's not what you just did. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
By a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So anyway, hello everybody.
Hey y'all.
You may or may not have seen the remake episode. I don't know when I'm going to be releasing them, but there is another reboot in the works. I haven't decided when we have so many episodes recorded, but the scheduling, I'm just depending on things that happen in the world, So it was just announced a classic '90s classic. I'll say classic, right?
Was it 90s?
Yeah, it's '90s, 94, 95, 96. Around it. It's OG Cartoon Network era. It's definitely '90s. Yes.
Not that early.
No, it's okay. It's late '90s.
Yeah.
97.
Maybe 98.
Okay, whatever. I'm saying it's essential to say
Why
it's
are
a
we talking about
classic
this? Where's the phone?
'90s. You have a phone behind you. My phone's being used for this. I would say, regardless, it is a classic '90s cartoon. Correct.
It is a classic.
Okay. So it was announced, I think last week at the time of this recording, that the Powerpuff Girls is getting another reboot. Hold on, y'all. It's not animated like the 2015 version was that everybody apparently hated. You also know. I also read they introduced a fourth sister in that series that people just did not like.
Why would they do that? That's like when the Fairly Odd Parents gave them that baby and then the dog, or however.
There was a dog?
There was a dog.
I know about the baby Poof, right?
Right, and then there was a dog.
The only dog I know was Tough Puppy, but that was like a different show.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, but they actually had a dog,
like a fairy dog. Yeah.
Okay, that's when you up the shark. That's why it's not on the air anymore.
98,
okay.
Sir.
Sorry.
90. You said 94, 96?
Like 95, 96 around there?
Insane.
Has any of the Cartoon Network cartoons come out? Like Cow and Chicken or like...
I feel like they're all late 90s.
Yeah.
Even if they're 90s, if they're not early 2000s, then they're like super late 90s.
Okay. Anyway.
Like SpongeBob.
Yes, 99. How SpongeBob is outlast every freaking cartoon he's been around. All his compatriots.
Oh no. Simpsons.
All his compatriots. I don't count them because they're on different...
But they're still cartoons.
One on different networks, two different demographics. So I don't count.
A cartoon is a cartoon is a cartoon. And SpongeBob wasn't supposed to be for kids. Haha.
No, it's on Nickelodeon, so... It's because it wasn't supposed to be. What is it? It is what it is today. You can't talk about alternate universe.
But that's it's not even about alternate universe. That's what it was meant to be. It was meant to be not for kids.
Well, guess what it is for?
Well, yeah, because dumb parents.
Hey.
Sorry.
Let's not offend.
Well, all I'm saying is when people see animation, they're like, oh, it's for kids. So then they had to make it for kids. Just like when those people took their kids to go see Sausage Party. And how salty were they?
I don't remember that. I just remember Deadpool, which was even funnier.
You didn't hear the stories about,
I
took my kid to go see Sausage Party. Even though
it says Ray R. It says it on there?
All of the promotion for it was, this is not a kid's movie. They still took their kids to go see it.
I don't have time to talk about idiot parents because I don't have an opinion on that. But
you said too.
Idiot parents. But Powerpuff Girls is getting a live action reboot because I guess that was in such hot demand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not even the thing that is coming out. Mm-hmm. It's the network that's coming out too. It's coming out on the CW.
Yo, CW out here doing it.
CW. So it's going to be executive produced by Diablo Cody, who of course was coming to fame from Juno, which I've seen bits and pieces of, but what I've seen I enjoyed.
Yeah, I know the story.
Jennifer's Body, which because I'm a horror fan,
mm-hmm.
and because of that, I really like that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
the horror.
It was the horror.
Yeah, the horror.
It was
the horror.
What was it then? Megan Fox was actually great.
Obviously.
but that was what got you in.
Even I was like, oh.
But that was what got you in. That put your foot in the door. But what you stayed for was the story and the blood and the drama.
You have a lot of stuff like that.
What?
Like Wildcats. What got you in the door to watching Wildcats? Okay, and then you stayed.
I stayed for the story.
Right, but what got you in the door?
It's like,
look at them cheerleaders doing that. What kind of flip is that?
It's like they got half price drinks. That's what brings you in.
Right,
and you stay for the chicken wings. Like Hooters. The girls bring you in, but everybody's like, the chicken wings is bomb, though.
Oh, what an awful society we live in.
And then also involved in is going to be the people who helm the Arrowverse on CW as well, which kind of goes to, you know.
I get why they're doing
it's their network. They might have turned it into DC Network, I guess.
They really should.
That's probably what it is, because now Supernatural is Supernatural now done?
It's over.
It is now done.
Unfortunately.
So it's no longer,
it's about time. I'm sorry, I take that back.
It's no longer Supernatural's network. So now it's the Arrowverse that's taking it over. Because I feel like every night there is a Arrowverse show on now.
Well, Arrow, I believe, is done.
Yeah, it's still called the Arrowverse.
Right.
Yeah.
I fell off because of school. Once I went full time in school, I fell off in a horror in a horrible major way. I miss it, but yeah, I'm like 90% sure Arrow is over.
Yeah, Arrow is done.
It's Supergirl, Flash,
Stargirl.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Batwoman.
It's
Batwoman.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, because you know that they recasted someone.
I forgot who it was, but it was
it
was a black girl that is going to be in that role now, which
I feel like I can almost see her
demographic.
face. Yeah.
Sorry, let's be real. What I do.
Who else did it too? Somebody else did something with black.
Your phone's right there.
I know. I can't search it. I don't know it.
But yeah, so CW is, I guess, they put it in motion. And it's not going to be focused on them as little girls, because you know, which I think has been weird anyway. They're focused on these girls in their 20s, and they are hating life now because they didn't have a childhood, because they were superheroes. So it's going to be very teen angsty, and
Michael Jackson.
I'm not going there. Okay. It's going to be very teen angsty, obviously, because it's on CW. It should have been on Freeform as well. Either one of them.
You know what? If it was like how the animation cartoon was, and it was a live action little girls fighting crime.
I think that's
I would watch that.
I think so. I think that sit well on like a Netflix.
I wouldn't want to watch on CW.
Like done by like Robert Rodriguez, something like that. Ooh. I'd be really intrigued because Spy Kids, and they're doing another Shark Boy and Lava Girl, kind of like. It's in that same universe type of movie. I think I told you about that.
I think you did.
They're doing something for Netflix, and the same actors who portrayed them are going to be in this movie.
Yeah, Taylor has a job because he ain't been working.
So I think that's pretty cool. But like, I'm intrigued just because I want to see what they're going to do. Obviously, they're going to focus on, again, they're in their 20s, so I know they're young adults. But because they didn't have that childhood, there's going to be a lot of teen angst in it. Yeah. And I'm also interested in who they're going to cast in these roles. I think somebody said it, or somebody I was talking to said, well, they're going to cast Buttercup as a black woman.
I said it. It was you. They're going to do it. Watch.
Somebody said
it. Watch. You just sit and watch. It's Blossom, who's like the leader. She's going to be the white girl, because I mean,
let's be real.
The world is changing, but not that much. Buttercup is going to be the sassy black girl, because Buttercup always had the attitude. And then Bubbles is probably I feel like they'll probably do like an Asian girl, like Japanesey, you know, maybe, or even No, I'm not going to say that, but that's what I feel. That I'm calling it. Start a pool. We're going to have Blossom, the white girl, Bubbles, the Asian, and Buttercup, the black girl.
Do you have any casting choices? I mean, it's obviously so far away. It's 2020. It's probably not going to come out till 2022, let's be honest. At least. So, who knows who's going to be big by then, but if there's anybody who would cast any of those roles now?
There's this one girl.
Or Professor Utonium, or like Mojo Jojo's. I don't know if they're doing like a voice.
Please bring Mojo Jojo.
I don't know how they're going to do that.
If you bring Mojo Jojo, I'm automatically going to watch it. Automatically. Mojo Jojo.
Or like him.
And I was just about to say.
RuPaul.
Laverne Cox. You know her?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, there's this one girl. She's a Disney Channel kid. Her name is Sky Jackson. She's really young.
She's like the 2020s. I mean, that's not 2010. The 2010 Disney Channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I started going off after Debbie Ryan.
You watched that?
I didn't watch it. I know who she is.
Okay.
So I know who they are from like then.
Okay.
She was in because she was in Sweet Life first, right?
Yeah. Who are you talking about?
Is that the same girl?
Who are you talking about?
Debbie Ryan.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Sky Jackson. Okay.
No. Because I feel like
is that the girl who was in Insatiable?
Yes.
Okay.
She was in Sweet Life, right? And then she got her own show.
On deck.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Because first of all, Sweet Life. We're gonna talk about all of this in a minute. But like. She was on that, and then she had her own show. Was it called Debbie? It's called Debbie or something like that.
Jessie,
yes. And then
was that her? I'm sorry, I really don't know.
But her show's canceled. So
okay.
But yeah, anybody, I'm trying to think who I would cast like in the young role. I was going to say the girl who's going to be in Little Mermaid, as if they want to be, you know, put a black person in both Buttercup, but she's going to be too big next year.
Well, oh, you said they're going to be in their 20s, right?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Oh, never mind, because Sky Jackson's like 16, 17.
Well, they can just.
Well, they still could,
Yeah.
but I think because she's so cute, she's adorable, and I feel like she's got it.
Okay.
And if they really want to go that route, like, you know, because everybody's pandering, everybody's trying to please all the different colors, right? All the different rainbows of the color communities. So I feel so I'm like, oh, she'd be a great addition.
Yeah. The girl from Lab Rats who was on another show on Stars. I don't know her name, but she would be a good Blossom. She's a white girl. I do not know her.
She's
name.
the main girl from Lab Rats.
Yeah.
Just the only girl. I mean, she's the only girl, right?
Well, she's the only girl on that one. Then they did. I don't know if you know they did like a crossover. That's okay.
Yeah, you said you stopped watching after Debbie.
That's Disney XD. Okay. So I want to say it's different. It's different.
I definitely. Dude, honestly, after like what High School Musical 3 or Cheetah Girls 3, whichever one came first or whichever one came last,
that was your end of Disney Channel.
Yeah, and I had to come back to watch those because I had already been gone. I was already living recklessly.
Disney no longer applied to you.
Yeah, this doesn't help me. This doesn't help me achieve my level of rebelness.
Turn on CW.
No, turn on ABC Family. Secret Life of American Teenager. I relate more to them.
But yeah, so I'm intrigued. Like at first when I read that, I was like, what? But now I'm thinking about it more and more, and I think Diablo Cody's in the role. It's going to be funny in that role.
Oh, funny.
I think because she does like funny role. Like Juno is funny, and so is Jennifer's Body. But they're funny, but it's obviously a drama.
Yeah,
it was obviously a horror, but there's like elements of comedy.
Okay.
It was very like Jennifer's Body was as for the time. Megan Fox's character did a lot of like quips.
Yeah,
like that. So it's gonna have a little bit of comedy in it.
Okay.
But I'm looking for. I just really wish it was on like CBS All Access or
Netflix,
like Hulu or something like that, because I feel like now that I'm so spoiled to all these other shows that are like Umbrella Academy or Lovecraft Country or Lock and Key, all these shows don't have any constraints really.
Right.
So I prefer it on that, but I'm gonna watch it. That's probably gonna be the first cable show I watch in a while. Actually, no, I'm lying because I'm gonna watch LA's Finest when it comes out this month with again, put your foot in the door. Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba. Come on.
Did you even watch season 1?
From the producers, it's the first season.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
It's not their second?
Mm-mm. It's the first season.
Are you sure?
100%. 100%. Because it says, first of all, watch the series premiere on the commercials. Mm-hmm. And I would have heard about this last year if it came out.
They've been talking about this for a long time then.
From the producers of Bad Boys. That's the first little hit.
Because isn't it her character from Bad Boys? Or no?
Don't give me the line. That'd be great. I think that'd be awesome if it is. If it is, that'd be great. And they can also try to tie it into the next Bad Boys movie eventually. So
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, that's going to be the next cable show I watch. I don't count Lovecraft Country because that's on like HBO. So
it's still on cable. LA's Finest, 2019, 2 seasons.
Is it second season? Okay, I guess I'll have to watch first season again, or first watch it.
Like start with the first season.
Because it's weird. I watched Fox. Last year for SmackDown.
He be living under a rock, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
You right as hell.
First episode, May 13th, 2019. Where were you? Where were you?
It must have been it's a mid-season replacement. That's why.
I don't want to hear that crap. Where were you?
May 13th? With Union and Albert in it already?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And it is her.
You know what? To my defense, I live under the rock. SmackDown didn't come to Fox till October. And it was a mid-season replacement, so it didn't. All the episodes.
Nobody. Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba don't want to hear your excuses, okay?
Well, guess what? I'm watching. So I'm going to go on Hulu and finish it up before.
So Sid Burnett, that's the last name of Martin, right? In Bad Boys, right?
Sure.
Well, I remember her first name was Sydney. I remember that.
Well, if it's a continuation, that's fine.
I'm about to tell you in a second.
I'm all for it. But definitely, look, I'm very intrigued in the Powerpuff Girls thing. I want to see the casting. I want to see what they're going to do. Is it going to be? Are they still going to have some superhero base in it? I feel like it is because again,
they have to.
If the Arrowverse person is over, I'm sure there's going to be some type of like.
It's her character.
Okay, so it is a spinoff.
Yes.
It makes sense. It's Fox, and okay, got you. All right, I'm intrigued. So now that we talk about Powerpuff Girls getting a,
you see this?
I do see it.
I got mud on my toes.
Now we need to talk about Powerpuff Girls
That's
getting.
nasty.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Powerpuff Girls getting a reboot. It's now I'm thinking about what other classic Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, or Cartoon Network shows that could deserve a remake, reboot, live action adaptation. As I already told you, the number one thing I never watched the show, but Samurai Jack would be the key one to get like a reboot just based on the source material.
First off, you get on my nerves. You
What?
can't start. You can. You're such a You talking about some? I never seen it, but you know what they should do.
Yeah, I think I would be more intrigued to watch a live action version of it, hands down. And
You should have been intrigued to watch the cartoon version. The cartoon version was great.
I know, and then again, I told you the 4th season was on Adult Swim, so I know. I said, they.
No, you know what you sound like?
What?
You sound like them crazy people out there talking about some. Well, you know what would be great? A live action movie of Avatar, the Airbender, and then they get what they want, and then they hate it, and then you skip the original source material altogether. That's what you sound like. Crazy person. Go back and watch the source.
I will not watch. I'm talking about Last Airbender. I will not watch that. But Samurai Jack, I think, would be a good one of the good ones. I really can't think of another one. I don't think Dexter's Lab would make a good like.
Are you kidding me?
I don't think so.
They could totally do that.
Like you're talking about in that era, or you want to do like him growing up, like you're doing Powerpuff Girls?
No. Forget that grown up stuff. Let's see what Powerpuff Girls is doing, and then we can come back and revisit if it's good. You could totally do a Dexter's Laboratory, right now with like a small kid, but make it kind of like Good Boys.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I'm going to be trying Good Boys. I don't want my Dexter to be too adult. I've already got adult Dexter.
It would be great. You have Dee Dee, and you can have, and because it's 2020 right now, you can take these science experiments, up and above.
Time travel.
Let me ask you something. Did they do a live action Ben 10? Did they do that?
I believe they did it for Cartoon Network. They think the same thing they do it like Kim Possible. They did because they did a live action.
Live action? Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Decom.
No comment. They know.
Kim Possible was going to be my first choice as like a teenage adult show.
Yeah, that one put on Netflix or see that. Don't do that again, Disney.
Disney Plus. What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, but don't do what you did. Learn from your mistakes because they know.
Yeah,
they know.
I think Kim Possible deserves another chance because again, that's one of the top cartoons for Disney Channel.
Now, all I can think of is that meme of Kim Possible that did her nails. Because you know how, in the theme song, she was, doing this little thing, thing? So they gave her eyelashes, they plumped her lips, and they did her nails like that.
My God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, growing up, of those 3 networks, which one was your favorite? Which were you, the best for? Like Disney, Nick, or Cartoon Network? So, when I was really, 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 really young, all I knew was Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Mm-hmm. So, I tended to stray more towards Nickelodeon. So by the time I came home from school, got my homework done, ate dinner, blah, 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 you sit down at the end of the night and watch TV. Mm-hmm. Nick at Night or Snick was on. Yeah, definitely. And that was more older, so I gravitated more towards that, in the late 90s. Definitely.
And then on the weekends, I would watch a Cartoon Network. But I remember this turning point when we moved out of the city. I was living with my father, and I'd go to watch Saturday morning cartoons, and I turned on, what is this Disney Channel? What is that? No idea Disney Channel existed, and I just started watching. I remember the first thing I watched on Disney Channel was PB&J Otter. Oh my God, love that show. Did you watch PB&J? I loved it. I love that show so much. I love PB&J Otter. They need to put that on Disney Plus. Is that on Disney Plus?
I don't think so. They're waiting. There's so much stuff they're waiting for. You know what I mean?
They slacking. They slack-a-dacking. PB&J Otter was creme de la creme. Yeah, Playhouse Disney.
It really was good. Yeah.
I love it. Do the noodle dance. I loved it so much. And I used to watch that. I used to watch Roly Poly Oly a lot. Yeah. So once I discovered the Disney Channel, I completely forgot. I looked down my nose at Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, and I became a Disney Channel freak. Gotcha. And then you got your DComs, and I was sold.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm more of a Disney Channel But I mean now that I, because I was what did I say? Like I went away from it and I had to come back for something like Cheetah Girls and for High School Musical. And then I think once we started because when we started dating, you were still a child.
I'm still a child.
You're still a child now, yes.
Yeah.
So
get it right.
So being with you, I watch a lot of Nickelodeon now. Like we used to fall asleep to what's it called? No. When they used to show the 90s.
The 90s block. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, but we go to sleep. We used to go to sleep to that, like Hey Arnold and Cat Dog and stuff like that. So yeah. So now I watch a lot more of that, and I have no idea what's going on with the Disney Channel right now.
Yeah, well, Disney Channel's doing the same thing. They're trying to create the next stars because once you replicate such a great era that you had,
right?
You made such like 3 great stars, you know. They try
Selena, Miley,
and
Demi, right?
Yeah, so it's really they keep trying to do that, and it's like going up and down, you know.
Well, they kind of did. They did Zendaya.
Definitely Zendaya.
Did we count Bella Thorne?
Yes, she scammed 2 million. She scammed people from their OnlyFans. Have you ever heard about that?
It's a scam.
She was selling. I don't want to get into it.
Oh, I know she made like $2 million in a week.
Yeah. So, okay.
We in the wrong profession.
I don't know if you know about OnlyFans or not.
I know about OnlyFans.
Okay, so it's for risque pictures, right?
I know what it's
stuff
for.
Like that. Mm-hmm. She was doing like PG-13, like. Okay.
And they wanted NC-17.
Yeah.
Bella Thorne.
They wanted.
That's what you get.
They wanted Pornhub Bella Thorne.
So how much was her OnlyFans?
I don't know, but I just read the title. I haven't actually gone into it, but people were upset.
Oh, I hope
because there's actual content creators who are doing stuff on their own, and it's like you're taking money away from them. It's a big thing. I would count Bella Thorne though because she made $2 million from OnlyFans.
Well, she's done other things besides that. Scream, remember?
Right, she wasn't Scream.
And she's done other things besides that. That babysitter movie.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Scream 5 coming out January 5th, 2022. So.
The movie?
Yeah.
Is my girl in it?
Courtney Cox or Nev? No, she's not. Courtney Cox and David Arquette are the only 2 who confirmed so far.
I get it. Now she was probably just
maybe she'll be in like the first 5 minutes to get killed.
And they kill her off. Oh no! Don't Drew Barrymore her.
Maybe it's time.
No, it's not her time.
I thought she was going to die in 4. To be honest, I thought they were going to do a whole new.
I didn't believe it.
You know, no.
When
what a good twist in 4 though.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it when she stabbed her. Spoiler. Yeah. When she stabbed her, I was like, I looked at it and I was like, nah. Because it did feel like they're trying to pass the baton off to Emma Roberts' character, but I was just like, no, that ain't real.
Right.
They ain't about to do that to me.
But going back to Disney, Nick, and Cartoon Network, for me, it was Disney had a lot of the cartoons from their era. So, like, people from their era. So, they talk about, like, Goof Troop, talk about, like, DuckTales, Gargoyles. They had, like, all these properties that were already established. And then when I watched, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Because they used to air on... weekdays at like 3:30, so I got home from school and watched those Chip and Dale, Darkwing Duck.
Did you say DuckTales?
I said they saw DuckTales. Let's talk about how Disney had the best like theme songs for TV shows. Like, it's no debate. Like those are some of the best ones.
Was Doug a part of that Disney at the time?
Not yet. I would say Nickelodeon. That's their best one. They have one.
Okay.
Okay. Disney.
Wait, what? Mama wanted chicken. Dad had a cow. We didn't know how.
Cartoon Network.
Oh, he's getting rid of the cat.
But
wait,
yeah.
what was the theme song for Courage the Cowardly Lion?
That dog?
Yeah. Or
don't you disrespect Courage.
That's what I was when you asked me.
It was real basic. It's Courage, it's Curly Dog Show. It was like some themes over it. But I'm talking about themes with actual lyrics and head boppers, stuff I listen to today. Groove Troop, the rap. Like father, like son. What? Great stuff. DuckTales, obviously.
I can't say nothing.
I don't like Tailspin as a show. The theme song is a bop. Boop, 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 boop. So
Bonkers. I love the Bonkers theme song.
I forgot about Bonkers.
Love Bonkers.
Good show, good song. But Disney at that time, again, those cartoons I watched and the theme songs were Chip and Dale is probably number one for me.
Was X-Men was Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah, Fox. That's another good theme song.
Yeah. Marcus, I wish you didn't live under a rock sometimes. You ever?
Tom Patrick.
Do you know any Whitney Houston songs? It doesn't matter. Here's the only one that I'm trying to get your attention about. So there's this song. Stop it. There's this song by Whitney Houston called "I'm Your Baby Tonight."
I heard it.
Okay, so the theme song to X-Men and her song "I'm Your Baby Tonight" sound exactly the same.
Dude,
it's just one of them is slowed down a bit more. Yeah. And then her song is "Whatever You Want From Me."
It is.
You got me.
Have you ever looked up any list on YouTube like theme songs from actual songs influencing either video game music or theme songs from TV shows? There's a lot.
What you said that?
If songs from like TV shows are influenced by actual songs, like that.
Okay.
There's I think I've seen that one on the list actually.
Really?
I might have.
Okay.
But
No, I didn't know.
Disney Channel was superior at theme songs, hands down. So when I was growing up, it was Disney. Mm-hmm. And then when I got into my preteens, like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel were competing for each other.
Okay.
Because you got shows like Sweet Life, Zack and Cody, That's So Raven, Phil the Future.
Yes!
There's a lot of shows in Disney. Great show. So, and Nickelodeon, of course, Drake and Josh, 100% one of my favorites. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about Keenan Kel, all of that. Secret Life of Alex Mack, Animorphs, all those shows.
Animorphs! Remember the books?
No,
you didn't read.
I didn't read, but I know the books. You didn't read. But yeah.
I have to keep remembering who I'm talking to.
Nancy Classified, you're talking about...
You ever watch Clarissa?
Yes, Clarissa Explains It All. They're fantastic. I think they were doing something with that as well, but we'll talk about that another time. What's that show?
It's not Melissa Joan Hart.
What was the show with Emma Roberts on Nickelodeon?
Unfabulous?
Yes, Unfabulous. Thank you.
I didn't watch that.
I watched a little bit of it. Mm-hmm. It was like, it's hit or miss. I like the black boy on there.
There was a black boy? Of course, the token black boy.
It's in there. So yeah, I started watching those, and of course, like I got bigger with iCarly, and then like Sam and Cat and all that, blah blah blah.
Victoria.
And Disney.
My niece loves those three shows, by the way.
They're great. You know how I feel about iCarly, so iCarly like season 3, the peak. Anyway, it's like The Office season 3, the peak. And then like as Disney Channel, as the girls started getting older, like Demi, Selena, and Miley, and no shows started getting canceled. Hannah Montana. I was a big Hannah Montana fan.
You were?
I liked her. Theme song was a bop at the time too. Don't judge me. I liked it. Was it really a place? Good songs too. Tell Me With a Chance.
Your guilty pleasure.
It were. I watched
Hannah Montana theme song.
They'd be like, "What you doing tonight, Marcus?" I'm playing the game.
Right.
I'm gonna watch the Hannah Montana.
You get the best.
What you doing tonight? Nothing.
Watching wrestling.
Go on.
Turn it up, take it slow, and you rock out the show.
I remember very clearly working at McDonald's, and it was during a hurricane. It was this is before we started going out. It's the weekend before we started going out. People were like, "What you gonna do when you go home?" I don't know. I'm gonna play some games. I turned them on Nickelodeon. It was the iCarly Victorious crossover movie. I Party with Victorious. Baby, I was so looking forward to that show, that movie. And I was 20 years old. It's about 10 years ago.
Are you embarrassed? Because I'm embarrassed for you.
I love the movie. Ken was in the movie.
He was.
You don't know how big a deal that was as a fan of Keenan Kel. That was like, I said, here we go, and then he left, and then Kel eventually got his show on Nickelodeon. So, but now I don't really follow any of them. Only one I really watch is Cartoon Network now because only because of Adult Swim, Rick and Morty, and their crazy shows they air like 1 o'clock in the morning that I think you're taking drugs. If you ever watch, I'm just telling you, one time, if you have a free time, turn on Cartoon Network at like your free time. If you're awake, turn on Cartoon Network at 4 a.m. just see what's on. Okay. It is wild.
I'm kind of scared.
When I used to wake up for
that's like when your parents are asleep, turn on HBO at 3 a.m.
Real sex. But there's this when I used to work at Hyatt, and I used to work at 3:50 in the morning. Dark days. they used to have this show called infomercials at 4 o'clock in the morning on Adult Swim, from 4 o'clock to 4:15. And sometimes there would be like advertisements for like fake products, or there was one called Too Many Cooks. And I think I told you to watch it, but I don't know if you ever did.
I think you did.
It's a ongoing, like, it's a sitcom, but the theme song
just keeps going
and going and going, and it gets progressively darker. And it's like a serial killer in there. It is genius. I remember waking up to that. I'm just watching it before I got ready. I'm just like, this is intriguing. Let me record this. Let me record this. I gotta go.
This is a new show.
I was so intrigued. I said, oh, this is a bop. Too Many Cooks. I was like, oh, yeah. I was going again. I gotta go. I was invested. So that's one thing I watch on Cartoon Network now. Adult Swim again. Rick and Morty is my top cartoon I watch.
Rock and Morty?
Rick and Morty, I'm sorry. Besides Close Enough now, because that's on HBO Max.
What's that?
It's the next show from the regular show producer. It's basically a millennial cartoon.
I don't watch it.
I know. It's great. You should watch some stuff on HBO Max.
I don't know. Oh, well, HBO Max? We'll see.
But I really enjoy that Cartoon Network now. Disney Channel, like I said, I don't know who they're creating stars. I don't know what's going on over there. I couldn't name a show on Disney Channel.
I know they're being more diverse. And I know we're like 4 or 5 years too late for this, but Andy Mack.
Right. Is that show already over, or is it?
I don't know. I have no idea about the show right now, but I heard about the first episode. They come out swinging, talking about I'm not your sister, I'm actually your mom.
It's wild stuff.
That is wild.
That would never happen.
That's something that they used to put on UPN back in the day.
A very special episode. Remember back in the day when they had the special episode of That's So Raven when she thought Corey was smoking.
No.
I think this aired after the original airing of That's So Raven was over. So it was like a special episode. They had filmed it for like the third season, but they aired it after it was all over. And like a special episode, she had a vision that he was smoking. But I remember that being a big deal in 2003.
That was a big deal, but the racist episode wasn't a big deal?
They didn't make it as big a deal as we're talking about early 2000s.
You're right.
Which kudos for them to doing that, even in that era, because
ever since Walt Disney died, Disney's been trying to change their narrative. I'm just saying.
His frozen head is still, you gotta make sure his frozen head is still around. Along with Mickey Mouse.
Ever since From the Neck Down, Walt Disney died, they're trying to be more progressive.
Good for them. But yeah, I really, that was, again, in 2003, opening issues. Yeah. I think Disney Channel is obviously superior in obviously making stars and original movies. Boy, the Nickelodeon doesn't even do it. Like they try to do original movies, like they did, like Legend Hit a Temple. They did a few like Drake and Josh movies.
You know what sucks about them though is Nickelodeon. Besides like Drake and Josh, they try to release their movies in theaters and try to make it that way. You know what I mean?
Like which ones? Like besides like Rugrats.
Rugrats was released in theaters.
All 3.
There were 3?
The movie in Paris and Go Wild.
Yes, with the Thornberrys.
Yeah, which I hated because the best thing about that movie. Sorry to cut you off, but they had scratch and sniff like things. So which is revolutionary for me as a 10-year-old child. They were like, all right. You had like this little card, and it was like 6 things on there. And at the point of the movie, there would be like something disgusting or gross. And in the movie theater, it would say scratch. You would scratch, and you would sniff it, so you would get like a feel of what the character was going through.
Television.
Yeah.
Aww.
For me, I was just like, yo, this is crazy.
I didn't even know they did that. I've never heard that before.
Only movie
That's amazing.
Yeah, only movie that's ever happened.
They should do more of that.
That's like when I watched 3D. I actually forgot about this. I saw Final Destination 5 in 3D.
Which one was that? That's the one that.
That's the last one where it was a.
It's the first one.
Yeah, it's the yeah.
it's the last one, but it's the first one. Gotcha.
That's not one that's coming back out in this decade. Fine, I'm really excited.
They could have stopped with that one though. That was a good end.
I want more. I absolutely love when it was on the other day. Loved it. I can watch those movies all day.
That's fine how it was on, but I feel like the 5th one was a good end.
Keep it going.
It's like Breaking Bad. It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't the best. It didn't suck. It wasn't bad. It was good.
Keep going. I'm ready. I'm ready for more. I think they can. They said they're going to do it from the first responders point of view. So the people who aren't exactly in depth and part of Def's design or plan, it's just them trying to save them. So I'm interested.
I guess I can see how that.
I'm intrigued at how it's going to come about. I'm all for. Like I told you in the talk about the remake episode. I'm more for anything horror coming out now because there's a bigger
horror is having a resurgence.
It's having a bigger, like I said, a bigger opening now. Obviously, what we already talked about, what Jordan Peele's been doing with horror, and not even just in movies, but on television, everywhere.
Period. Jordan Peele, anything.
Child's Play, It's really great. Halloween was a big surprise.
That was good.
You know, it's rated R movies in general, just having a great time. Again, you talk about Deadpool, Logan, and of course Joker made a freaking $1 billion last year.
You hear how Disney is like considering their whole life now because of these rated R movies?
We can make money off
of rated R? What?
But he's part of superheroes. Like, oh my god. Walt Disney's head exploded. He's so confused. Like, we don't have to make fun of Jews anymore?
Oh, Marcus, give me your hand.
That's what Walt Disney said. I didn't say that.
And that's why I said from the neck down when he died, they trying.
But DComs were everything.
Love DComs.
It was like the summer. It's like, first of all, is it? Can you pick your favorite DCom right now? Do you have a favorite one? Lucky the Irish. Lucky the Irish. There is no other, and that's why I like Final Destination 3 so much because my man was in that movie. Ryan
you know which DCom that I tend to gravitate to? Actually, it might be on my watch list on Disney Plus. But the one, Don't Look Under the Bed. That was so scary to me as a kid.
Yeah, it was. He had the fingernails.
Yes, and then the pool. Something about the pool of Jello. When the girl jumped into the pool of Jello, I was just like, because I love water. I love swimming. I love water. I love the pool. I love the ocean. And when she jumped in, and you just see her little legs kicking out, I was like, oh no.
That was a good one. That's an underrated one.
So some of the DComs that I have on my list. Mm-hmm. You Wish. You ever see that?
I think I have. Let me see the picture of it.
You Wish.
I haven't seen all of it, but I know of it.
Okay, Going to the Mat. That one made me cry.
That's a blind wrestling. Yeah. You know how that.
I forgot who I was talking to. Pixel Perfect.
That's with Ricky Ullman and and Mishaka. No. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the magician movie.
That's on here too. Yeah. Somewhere. Yeah. It's on here though. And Horse Sense with the Lawrence brothers.
Yes.
Anything with the Lawrence brothers, I was a huge
05?
fan. 99?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Minutemen. I'm sorry.
Minutemen.
Don't even. That's okay.
But with Kel?
No, Minutemen's it's a decom. It starred the boy from.
Oh yes. The white boy. Jason Dolly, right? That's his name. That's his name. Thank you. I know who he is.
Oh man.
I was trying to get there.
I see his face and the snowsuit.
Yeah.
That's all I said.
Jason Dolly. Yeah. What show was he in? He was in a show. Kyle in the House.
Corey in the House.
Corey in the House.
Yeah. It's a party every week, baby. That's also the era where they try to make everybody a singer or a rapper. You're black, right? Rap! Let's be honest.
Oh my God. So Christy Carson Romano has a show on YouTube, and she and the white girl from That's So Raven, Alicia Vanderpool, they were talking about that. They were making fun of that, and it was really funny because it's so true.
It really is.
It's like, okay, you can act, okay, cool, but can you dance? Okay, cool, but can you sing? Do you sing?
Didn't Shia LaBeouf even have to do something for his show, like even Stevens, or he sang on one?
I don't know.
I feel like
the movie Holes. He did that rap for the movie Holes. Got you. And I loved it.
I feel like back. I don't know if you remember this, but they had competition games. Like a summer games where all the people from the shows came together. Do you remember that?
It was like in a field?
Yeah.
I think so.
I remember them everybody there had like a song part or something, like some kind of music video.
Oh, I don't know. I remember that Disney Channel used to do these huge music videos with people from different shows.
Yeah.
Recreating like the Circle of Life. Everybody.
Right.
That was amazing. Right. I loved it.
I don't know. I haven't watched it. I don't know if they do stuff like that now, but I really like crossover stuff, like the big crossover when That's So Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I like the idea of it.
I love like when all the shows come together. Like each episode gets like a crossover part. I'm just a huge fan of Cross Network stuff. So
yeah, me too. They did that with Netflix. With The Big Show.
Well, the show got canceled.
Oh, his show got canceled.
They just announced it. After the Christmas episode, it's over. That and Ashley Garcia's show or something like that.
That's sad.
Yeah, they both got canceled.
Because I planned on watching it. Well, now I can watch it because it got canceled.
You can watch all binge it through.
Yeah.
I can finally finish Big Show now.
And now I can watch that as well.
Dang, that came out in April.
And it got canceled already.
Dang. It's not even that. It's September now.
He didn't ride the quarantine wave like Tiger King. You know what I mean? Everybody's at home, but got nothing to do.
Well, nobody rode the quarantine wave like freaking Tiger King and Umbrella Academy. I really know that was in the top 10 for a very long time.
Was it
on
really?
Netflix? Like every time I was on Netflix, it was in the top 10.
Fun fact: Carole King is rumored to be on Dance with the Stars. I hope she is. It's a rumor. It's probably not even true. It's probably the slimmest of slim chances. But I would just love to see her come out in a cat suit.
I would watch that. I would watch for the. I would watch it for just the train wreck one, like when Billy D did that dance.
Don't do that to my man.
Jimmy Fallon made fun of it so many times. Just doing this.
And then did you see once they got eliminated, they came on Jimmy Fallon's show?
I gotta look it up. I have to look it up.
It's so bad because the dancer, her name is Emma Slater. She's dancing next to him, and she's just like, just going. They did the exact. It was the same thing with Bill Nye. Bill Nye the Science Guy, because they are old. They're really old.
I feel like they have to have like. You gotta have obviously your elite dancers, like you have your Alfonso Ribeiro on the season, so you do really well. But you gotta have a comedy. It's the same thing with American Idol. American Idol back in the day, like William Hung, you gotta have those rounds where people only watch for the train wrecks.
Yeah. You know what? That was people's foot in the door.
Yeah.
Was the awfulness of it all, and then they stayed for the greatness of like Kelly Clarkson and Ruben Studdard and Fantasia.
Where's Ruben at?
Chilling, not doing nothing. He'll drop an album when he needs more money.
Or Bo Bice.
Who?
Bo Bice?
Who?
Bo Bice!
Who?
Season 2? 3? Oh man, I don't know if he won, but he was one of the. It's like I'm more. WWE had their competition show called Tough Enough.
Okay.
And, it's always fun to see the people who aren't the winners to see if they go on. Like, John Morrison, he won with The Miz. He does like the He was a winner of Tough Enough. He came back. Mandy Rose, she didn't win a season, but Miz saved her because she was hot, but she got her own contract. Sonya Deville, she came out on the show. She got a contract. She didn't even win. The winners of Tough Enough aren't even there anymore.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. The most successful one is the Velveteen Dream.
That is kind of like American Idol.
So.
Who's a pedophile?
There's a lot of things about Velveteen Dream right now that he might have been prepping young boys.
Is there?
Don't judge.
I ain't judging. I knew there's something off about that boy from the get. And you like, no, that's just his persona. Stop being like that. Stop judging. Nah.
Maybe.
Next time, listen to me. How about that?
It's rumored.
I don't hear that crap.
But yeah.
Can I tell you some of my other DComs?
Yeah, before I gush about some other DComs.
So Alley Cats, I watched this movie once and I loved it. And I didn't even know which show or which channel I watched it on until Disney Plus. Thanks, guys. Stepsister from Planet Weird.
I've never seen that one.
Loser. Quince.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. The Other Me with another Lawrence brother. Jumping Ship with all 3 Lawrence brothers.
Yeah, a lot, huh?
Yeah, the Lawrence brothers were.
These all 90s ones? 90s ones? Because I think I didn't start getting into DComs until like Smart House around that era.
Okay, so that's early 2000s. Yeah. Other Me is 2000. Jumping Ship is 2001.
Okay. Yeah, I might have just gotten the role.
Yeah.
The train. Because my fondest memories of DComs is the summer of 03 when they released 3 like back to back to back. It was the Even Stevens movie, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, and Cheetah Girls. June, July, August.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is kind of helped my love of food.
I really thought that was going to be the launching platform for Orlando Brown, excuse me.
No, that wasn't it. He's like, what did he say? I ate her. Walla bang bang.
He said it like no laughs.
Did you see the follow-up interview? He was like, I ate her. And he just said it like deadpan. man. And the guy was like,
I can't stand
okay.
them. But that was the summer that I was really into DComs, and then like I think after that, just every year they had like 3 in a row, June, July, August. So that's my obsession. But 100% favorite one, Lucky the Irish. I try to watch it every St. Patrick's Day in March.
You try to honor St. Patrick by watching Luck of the Irish.
I really just like to honor Ryan Merriman because his performance in the movie is class. I love it. Such a great movie. I love that.
I love the grandpa. He's so cute. He's so cute.
It's such a great movie.
Jumping Ship. I already said that. Cheetah Girls.
Of course.
Double Team. You ever watch Double Team?
Oh, is that the basketball one?
The twins? Yeah.
Yes.
Motocross. I love Motocross.
I never said it, but I know of it.
Motocross. These decom movies, man, be out here saving lives. Because Motocross made me feel like it was okay to be a tomboy. Because the girl, they were twins. It was a guy and a girl who were twins. And something happened to the guy, so the girl filled in. She cut her hair, but she forgot to take off her nail polish. And everyone's just like, oh, it's weird. She's acting like a guy. And they're like, oh, it's where you got nail polish. She's like, yeah, you don't wear nail polish. And she was like, it's a good luck charm. So everybody painted their nails. Go figure.
That's figure second name. I'm assuming based on the name.
Genius. This was another one I watched once, and I had no idea where I watched it.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, it's his geek, right?
Keep talking. We got
this is the 90s, and nobody likes a geek. The geeks, didn't get their shine yet. They got about 10 years till they get their shine. And this kid named Charles, I think is his name. He switches schools or whatever, and he changes his name to Chaz, and then he puts on a motorcycle bike. So of course now he's cool. And then it's the whole thing is he gets found out that he's really a geek, and he's this crazy mad genius, and the girl still falls for him at the end. Aww. So that was nice. So Weird. It's a TV show, not a movie though. Did you ever watch So Weird?
It sounds familiar.
I think it's a supernatural thing. It kind of scared me at times.
Yeah, I've definitely seen the pictures of it. But
yeah, So Weird. I used to watch that late at night, and we used to be downstairs in front of the big screen TV late at night on the weekends, and I just remember with my quilt this, is a little bit. But yeah, those are the DComs on my show. On my wait list. Watch list, yeah. Watch list.
Well, if anything, if that proves anything, is that all the streaming networks are going to be fighting for our nostalgia now, because the 90s, the 90s and 2000 kids are the ones who will be making the big purchases.
Yeah. There's money to be made in nostalgia, and they are tapping into it.
And just talk about Disney Plus when it first released, and everybody was like, "Oh man, I remember watching this when I was growing up." And then the same month, Netflix signed a deal with Nickelodeon to make original shows and stuff and movies. So it's
Netflix is funny,
It was let's tap into this.
Right.
So it's just everybody is trying to get that piece of the nostalgia pie, especially if it's from Disney, Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network. Because those are the 3 big from our childhood.
Did anybody do anything on Cartoon Network?
Not really. Well, CW.
They don't count.
But I feel like they are trying to get some. There's crumbs left. It's what can we take? Avatar's already taken. They already have that sort of Raven reboot or sequel. It's you gotta kind of take what you can get.
It's when you're the hungry hippo and there's that one marble left.
Powerpuff Girls reboot. Take it away. But I feel like as we get closer into 2020, end of this year in 2021, you'll start to see more nostalgic. Netflix is definitely. I think they're doing something with Rugrats. They're doing something with Hey Arnold, something with the epitome of 90s cartoons for Nickelodeon. The trifecta of not trifecta. Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy. I think Ren and Stimpy's getting some type of something because it's time to try again. Talking about an adult show on a freaking child network. See? Oh, and they even released the Rocco movie 2 years ago.
I feel like I saw that. No, I didn't. It's still on Netflix?
It's still on Netflix. Because it was made for Netflix from Nickelodeon. That's one of their first things. So, and more SpongeBob gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
How is he still alive 21 years later?
I mean...
He's really such a ton of time.
Forget that. What are they going to do when the guy dies? The guy who voices SpongeBob. That's what I want to know. These people like Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, SpongeBob. What are y'all going to do when they die? Just with Boondocks.
Yeah.
With Pops.
They're still going along with it.
Yeah, but did you hear they're not going to use his son? That's messed up.
What you mean?
So his pop's son, I don't know his name, but his son does a really good imitation of him.
Not gonna use him.
Yeah, and everyone was like really excited. Like that's a wonderful way of doing it. Exactly, and you won't get that much flack. You know.
That's tricky.
It is tricky, but they told his son like they're like, yeah, we're gonna go a different way. We're not gonna use you. So now it's like everything is stalled. So people waiting for Boondocks, you're gonna be waiting.
Because he was like, I don't know if you ever watched it. Like, you probably didn't watch it. Like
I watched it with you.
Okay, that was like one of my favorite like adult shows growing up. So I couldn't even fathom.
I think there was one that I watched before you. Like I even knew about your presence. There was one show. Or one episode, I mean, where it was like Martin Luther King was in a coma.
Yeah. Woke up. It was that wasn't one of my favorite ones. I get the commentary on it though. That was in 2007. Yeah. I'll never forget that.
That like 2007. So I was like what 14, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, what is this show?
Yeah.
Like I've heard of it, I just never watched it, and then I saw the promo, like a commercial for it, and I was like. Because it made me question myself. I was like, wait a minute, Martin Luther King's not dead? Because
they told us alive!
Exactly. I was like, he was in a coma this whole time. So, and that's why I watched it, and I remember bits and pieces of it, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was around the time a lot of adult stuff to me was like awesome. The coolness, you know?
Yeah.
The Chappelle Show, cool, awesome. The Chappelle Show, South Park, Boondocks, all the Family Guy just came back. I used to watch Family Guy a lot on Adult Swim because that's how it came back, right?
Yeah, because everyone was watching it. Yeah.
You know, same thing with like Futurama. Like Adult Swim saved Family Guy and Futurama.
Okay.
So it's like, and they kind of got treated out in the end, but sort of whatever. But man, that's going to be the battle in the future. Just whoever can evoke the best memories, whoever streaming service can evoke the best memories. Yes. That's why Netflix, y'all got to do something with Keen and Kel and Drake and Josh while they're still living. Give them their flowers while they're here. Like, you know how big it was when Keen and Kel were on the Good Burger sketch on the Tonight Show?
Yeah, no, Keen and Kel is great. Bring back Keen and Kel. I'm cool with that. Drake and Josh,
It may be too soon.
They can. I guess if they did something with YouTube, because they're on that, they're big on that.
I mean, they've been meeting with Nickelodeon officials last year. There were a lot of rumors, and they spotted outside talking to each other. So I'm all for it. Bring back Miranda Cosgrove as Megan. I think the parents are still around. Bring them back for just. You know, I think it'll be pretty soon. It'll be 20 years since it's been out. I think in like 2 years, like 2022 or 2023. Coming up will be a 20-year anniversary. And if Fresh Prince can do a 30-year anniversary without Black Aunt Viv, I think that's gonna be first of all, it's
strike one.
That'd be weird. We both play Aunt Viv. Well, they still have beef, right?
Yeah.
30-year beef. Come on,
I wonder who keeps grilling it. Who's keeping the beef alive?
That's probably I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I would want to say
because he don't even talk about it. And I feel like that. Like are you being petty?
Did she do anything? Has she done anything after that?
Not so publicly. I think she went back to like the stage because she came from the stage.
Like Broadway stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think she went back to the stage.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess that's it for this one. I mean, we talked about a lot. But man, I can't think. It's going to be a battle. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Netflix is going to do with Nickelodeon because there's a lot of Nickelodeon shows that I would like to see either remade for a new child generation or brought back.
Be careful what you ask for because the Powerpuff Girls and nobody liked it.
I didn't watch it.
Neither did I, and I didn't like it.
I just saw the animation. I was just like, that's the animation of all the cartoons.
I did the same thing. Once I saw the animation, I was like, I'm good.
I'm trying to think what would be the top Cartoon Network show. I would like to see Courage come back.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
But like an adult cartoon.
That's what I was gonna say. You asked me what show would I like to see get made into live action.
Courage. That'd be really different.
I would love to see that.
That'd be different. But it has to be on an adult network. They had to put on CBS.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
I want it to be like. I want it to be much scarier than it was. It was already scary in 2000s when I saw it.
It was really freaky.
Have you ever seen that episode? Some freaky CGI, like a 3D CGI model in this episode, and stand outside Courage's house. You know, Courage Cowardly Dog is like a 2D show anyway. Like it's hand drawn. It's this weird like mummy looking creature. Return the slab. It's so creepy.
I feel like I may have remembered.
It's insanely freaky. Okay. It's so scary, but I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what they got coming up because that's what we're going to be giving our dollars to. We're going to be watching things
his dollars too.
We're going to be watching things we grew up to in our 30s. So that's.
They just want us to be kids forever. Like that's part of the problem. You ever hear, I'm sorry, really quickly, but you ever hear like how people are like, oh, when do you consider yourself an adult? And it's like, oh, millennials are living at home and they're doing this and they're not doing this, they're not buying houses, they're not buying jewels. Mm-hmm. And it's
jewels.
There was something about millennials not buying jewelry and it's like a problem or something.
Sorry?
Exactly, but it's like, well, everyone's so quick to point the finger at the millennials, and it's like, well, hold up now, y'all did it. You baby busters and baby boomers and Gen X, Gen Y, you are the ones who did all these things.
Jewels.
Exactly, and it's like, shut up, just let us be.
Look, I'm an adult as long as y'all tax me like an adult. That's my that's my final words on that.
If I can be taxed and tried as an adult, I'm an adult.
I'm an adult. And since my skin color, I've been an adult since I was 14 years old.
Oh, snap.
Anyway, let's end this episode right here and there. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Fatman.
And I feel like I've been an adult ever since I got this body. Yeah. So 13.
Yes, that's it. You know, we get a little, especially our color, we get a little extra boost.
11.
You know, 11. So, thank you for watching this episode. If you're on YouTube, hello. Thanks for joining us. Continue to like, share, and subscribe all the videos to the channel. When videos come out Wednesdays at midnight for the time being. It might change now that I'm going back to work and you're in school, but we will figure that out. Wednesdays at 12 midnight for now. You just want to listen to the audio only version. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Deezer. We're on Overcast. That's we're on Stitcher. We're on iHeartRadio.
Wow.
Follow us. That's a lot. If you any podcast network, type in Fatman and Robyn with a Y.
Cause I'm fancy.
And also continue to follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. We love you. Thank you. Continue to watch us. I have been Marcus Stevens, represented as the Fatman.
Hi. I'm Robyn, represented by the Robyn.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again for another episode next week. Goodbye.
Bye.